Walmart working. A little bit of door greeting, a little bit of cashiering. Keep going. Newbly?
I'm fine. I'm good. And I play Halo. Talking about Halo. I'm just still Calvin.
Navy SEAL.
I look like a Navy SEAL. I'm a pirate.
All right, let's go on over to Neighbor. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. I just flew into my parents' house in San Francisco, and I just finished up with some work, and now I'm preparing for the holiday seasons of a lot of StarCraft and Halo. So it's gonna be fun.
What the hell's going on over there in Awkward's box, bro?
I was excited.
Special effects and everything. Awkward's definitely in the holiday season. Definitely somebody that's in the holiday season is Cheeky over here.
Nobody can see anything.
No, they can see us. They can see us. They just said it's laggy.
Oh, because I can't see anything.
I'm lagging. No. Keep going anyway. Let's go.
If you can hear us, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Alright, well, Cheeky's definitely in the holiday season with the Santa hat over there. How's it going? How's your holiday season going so far?
It's going really well. Just got done playing League of Legends, giving kids a Skinny D. And also Halo against Hyper. Because he's a slut.
That's different.
No shit.
But it's alright. It's all good.
What do you feel about what Rob just said?
What? Wait. I already lost a moment.
What?
Okay, keep going.
Alright, well, guys, we got a very interesting topic that we're following up from Friday's show. Mason, I have to ask if you saw it on Friday, or had a chance to watch a rebroadcast or anything.
I unfortunately missed it. What was it about?
Alright, well, we talked about several topics, but definitely the biggest thing was your Twitter rant that you had on Twitter when you were drunk, and Zersky came on the show and voiced his opinion on everything. We assumed that you were, or was this real Mason? So
No.
we're here. We're here
Late
to
night Twitter.
late night Twitter fun for.
Yeah, it's the late night Neighbor Twitter show. You have to be 18 or over to watch it. And I think Jersey's like 15, so he wasn't allowed to even be a part of it.
Ooh.
That's not nice.
Well.
No, I'm joking.
Alright, so the late night Neighbor Twitter show. Basically what Zersky said, we just want to get your whole opinions about the whole thing first. Like, what was the point that you were trying to get across and all that stuff?
Can you remind me of what exactly I said? Because I don't have the tweets anymore.
You deleted them, yeah.
They were deleted just because the late night show doesn't cross over to the morning that well.
Censorship. I got you.
That was the only way I
Maybe
found
you
it.
were talking about how the new Reach Pros kind of annoyed you, I guess you could say, right? I don't remember word for word.
They don't annoy me. What annoyed me are the kids that that play in decently well. I said like Goofy, who was one of my teammates. I just said the new age pros. Like if they think that they're going to be like really really good, and they're good. They're good players. I'm not bashing on that. But at the same time, I was talking to my Twitter followers, and if you're following me, then you're either a fan or there's a reason you're following me. And I'm not gonna post on Twitter like, yeah, I suck at Halo. I believe this last year was a letdown. In 2012, I'm gonna work hard, and I believe that I'll be pretty good and a lot better than the new age Halo Reach pros. That's what I thought, and that's what I said. And they took it personally. I just took ninth at the championship. They took second. If you're taking something personally, if you're taking something personal that I said on Twitter, and really taking it up, then that's on my mind.
Sure. People kind of overreacted about that. Yeah,
and while I was watching the thing, okay, even on Clutches, Clutch is one of my good friends, and he's obviously defending his teammates, but again, it wasn't anything. You know, I did not think people would take it personally, and then once I saw my Twitter followers up, you know, I just kind of stuck with it. At the end of the day, I racked up about 70 new followers. I'm not very happy about that.
Sometimes
That's what
drama
it-
definitely brings you more followers and all
That's
that.
one of the main
stuff.
reasons why people start Twitter wars.
Any publicity is good publicity, right? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
True.
But basically, what he would like, what Dursky is sending out a message that he would like to see old pros, basically meaning like you, T2, Walshy, and all these other guys that didn't, you know, have a very consistent season, would like to see y'all, you know, practice and all this good stuff and be prepared for each and every tournament. Like, do you feel like that's what you're going to try to prepare for, Mason?
Yeah, for this coming up year, I'm going to do that, but at the same time, Reach this year was an awful game. It was a terrible, terrible game. And when people doubted me before at the end of 2010 when I got dropped from TD, and they're like, oh, Neighbor sucks, blah, blah, blah. And they didn't think I could perform. I ended up placing second with 3 amateur kids and Robert Ely. So, and that just shows you kind of how bad the game is. I mean, it's a totally different game from past Halos. And the teams that placed well, played all the time. They played 24/7. So teams like Warriors, that, you know, Warriors plays, you know, they played a lot, tried really hard, took second. They barely even touched Instinct in the finals. You know, that doesn't happen. And that just shows that they're not on the same, you know, like, everyone's mindset.
Completely capable of winning.
Yeah, they're not capable, and I think, you know, the new age, the old age Halo players, and for them to say old age, you know, Dirksy's been in the league for what, 5 years now. He hasn't been at the top. He's been in the league for a while, 4 or 5 years. I don't know the exact number. But I mean, players like Hysteria, players like Victory X, with no bloom, no sprint, they're going to be 1,000 times better than, you know, players like Legit. They're going to be monsters at this game.
Well, everybody who excelled in past Halos is going to be disgusting at this game.
Yeah.
Because just like Halo.
And what kind of sent me off on the
Halo,
rant is I was watching the Halo Council, I was watching Halo Nation when they had Ryan Noob on the show. And Ryan's like, yeah, the game's actually evolved into chaotic, it's stupid. Because, I mean, it was right, it was like chaotic rushing but structured or something like that. But it's like, it was like that, and that's what Halo Reach was, because there's stupid sprint and people would get away when you shoot them 3 times with the bloom. It was just retarded. You can't do that anymore. And, you know, it's going to be a totally different year. And once again, you know, it's going to be like a reality check. You know, when I say something, when I say, you know, I'm going to do well or whatever, and I really mean it, and I put time into practice, I usually am able to pull it off. You know, this year was straight. It didn't happen. But at the same time, I wasn't practicing. I barely played. I mean, I played 6 with TD when we played twice.
At the same time.
So, I mean, you know, for them, what kind of pissed me off is, you know, when they do take it personal and they start saying, you know, other stuff back, which just, you know, set me off. Because for the last 6 years, I've been outplacing these kids consistently.
Anyway. Basically, I don't even know where to go from this, Calvin. I'm here to make it awkward, everybody. Just to let you know. We already talked about this.
Well, Newbie, why don't you ask Mason some questions? You're relatively being a little quiet over here.
Me? What I will ask Mason questions?
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I guess the biggest question I would have to ask Mason is, if you weren't doing Gamma Labs and the game was actually fun, and you had, and like, I don't know. Hold on, let me reframe the question. If you practice all the time with straight, like consistently every night, basically what Warriors did for National Championship, and there was no Gamma Labs or anything, even though Reach sucks balls this year, do you believe that you could have won a championship or an event?
That's pushing it. I mean, kid, you know, who knows what could have happened. I mean, we obviously didn't practice much, which definitely hindered our performance. But at the same time, you know, this game's not Halo 2, it's not Halo 3. You know, we were good at those games. Halo is just, you know, it's a totally different game. You know, shooting, moving on maps, it's totally different. I mean, I believe every team that I've been on besides. Well, I mean, every time I do, you know, I mean, I really do want to win. I mean, it's just other things. You know, what's more important in my life, or you know, sacrificing time in my life to practice Halo.
Exactly.
You know, that's what it's coming down to now. You know, the question I want to ask is, you know, Rob, you run the Halo Nation.
Yep.
Calvin, what do you feel? How do you feel about that?
The whole Halo Nation about like.
Yeah, the Halo Nation, the Halo Council. Like, what show would you rather watch? Do the pick? You know, what do you like about their shows?
I like the Line of Sight more than all of them. It seems like, you know, we see people on there like we see Frankie and Unbreakable. You know, they talk about, give their opinion about everything, and I really don't know too much about them. Versus on the Halo Council, you know, I know all those guys. Basically, all the stuff that they say makes sense, but you know, the Line of Sight gives like a whole different view and all that stuff. And all the shows, pretty much, you know, in my opinion, have very good topics to talk about, including this one. So,
Great.
as far as Halo Nation is concerned, the whole idea about Halo Nation, I believe it's great. You know, it's a place that we can all go to, you know, for forums and information, anything about Halo besides the MLG site. Because sometimes they don't allow us to post in whatever, you know, their forums. And like, this is a place that we can go and advertise our Halo content and Halo, you know, tournaments without having to worry about posting in the forums and stuff. And it's just everything Halo is there. It's a one-stop place, you know. So I believe it's a very good, you know, source of information for this game.
Yeah, I find it kind of strange actually. How it seems like the StarCraft shows, what were they getting killed now, right? Like F-Slasher and whatever else, and then you see these Halo shows rising up. It's really showing the community is getting involved finally. And
well, I mean, there's a lot of StarCraft shows and other gaming shows that aren't on MLG. It's just the MLG ones that got
no, I know.
nice. Like, we're not. There's. I don't think there's ever been. When's the last time there was a Halo show on MLG? The bracket show? Did they even do that anymore?
They did do it earlier this year.
Yeah. But besides that, there's like nothing. Like, F-Slasher was like great. It covered so many different topics. And the StarCraft report was basically like a sports center for StarCraft. But you can't really talk about like Halo like that. I mean, you could, but there's not as much to talk about for Halo-wise as there is StarCraft. So it's not really the same thing. But like stuff like this, like podcasts, opinionated debates and stuff is good.
What? What? What?
Alright, guys.
What?
You know what? I'm going to go to a commercial break, and we're going to try and fix this laggy stream for you guys. And
start with the problem, guys.
we are going to try and get this, you know, awkward back on the show instead of this poodle. So
Yeah. I don't know. Something happened.